Could someone run forever in a race but never reach the finish line? This is the famous 2,000-year-old statement that says Achilles will never catch up to the tortoise. It's one of the oldest and strangest paradoxes in history. And it comes from a man named Zeno who lived 2,500 years ago. Zeno was trying to prove something very bizarre, that motion actually isn't real, and reality is just an illusion. He tried to prove this with logic. Here's the setup. Imagine Achilles, the fastest man alive, racing a slow tortoise. To make it fair, the tortoise gets a head start. Achilles begins to run. First, he reaches the place where the tortoise started. But by the time he gets there, the tortoise has actually moved on a little forward. So Achilles runs to the new spot. But again, the tortoise has moved a little bit further. And this keeps going on forever and ever and ever. Zeno's point is that Achilles gets closer, but he's always just a little bit behind from the tortoise. So he is saying that Achilles will never catch the tortoise. He believed, like his teacher Parmenides, that motion actually isn't real. They thought that the world only seems like it's moving, but underneath all that movement, everything is actually still. That time, change, and motion are just tricks from our own mind. It was a wild idea, but here's what makes it interesting. Zeno wasn't actually wrong about the math. He was dividing space and time smaller, smaller, and smaller, all the way down to infinity. And if you have to finish an infinite number of steps, how do you ever finish? The answer didn't come until thousands of years later when mathematicians invented calculus, which proved you can add up an infinite number of steps and still reach the finish line. It's like breaking the stick in half and breaking that half into a half. It just keeps going on forever. You'll end up with infinite pieces, but it's still the same one stick. So yes, in this paradox, we solved it. Achilles does pass the tortoise eventually. But the bigger question that Zeno asked was, what is motion really? If you could freeze time, pause the whole universe in a single instant, nothing would be moving. Every runner running would stop. Every falling leaf would stop. Every wave in the ocean would be perfectly still. So here's the puzzle. If every single moment is motionless, where does motion come from? Zeno believed that we were all being tricked, that what we call movement is just a clever illusion. It's like watching a movie that's actually just a bunch of still pictures flipping really fast. And even today, scientists, philosophers still debate this. Because when you zoom in all the way in, time isn't that simple. At the quantum level, particles can come in and out of existence whenever randomly. Zeno wasn't just playing games with logic, he was pointing to something much deeper. Maybe the world isn't truly changing. Maybe it's just within our own mind, stitching together stillness with stillness, and it looks like motion. So the real question isn't how we moved, it's if we ever moved at all.